Well, it's Monday again, you just can't avoid it. Jobs got you down, you're feeling exploited. There's only one place that you wanna be, that Martini Monday with Jory Lee.
I'd like to say, man, here I am, bobblehead Elvis. I thank y'all for tuning in, baby, to Martini Monday. Over here on Instagram, too. Thank you very much. I'd just like to thank everybody for tuning in here to Martini Monday. I'm bobblehead Elvis, baby. Just a little silliness. I cannot see your requests, ladies and gentlemen, so y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back while some people tune in. You know what I'm saying. Alright, here we go. Had to do old school, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's had a great weekend so far. It's Martini Monday. Oh, doggone these things. But it is Martini Monday. Thank y'all for tuning in. For those of you who are so engaged, and really appreciate it. Like I said, I hope everybody had a real good weekend and didn't do much. Sat around, did some laundry. It's a weird time of year for the Martini Shakers. We don't have a lot of shows going on, but it's picking up. April's going to be a nice month. We got anybody here so far? I spoke with Jody Jones earlier, and he said I specifically want to request this song, so I figured I'd do this one to open it up with today. I feel tears welling up, cold deep inside, like my heart's full of regret. And stab loneliness, sharp and painful. I may never shine. You might say that I was taking it on, since you cut me off with a cow. That you're weaker than a high sorrow. I'ma break right down and fall. Now the race is on, and here comes pride at the backstretch. Heartaches going through the inside. My teeth are holding back, trying not to fall. Well, my heart is out of the bullet. True love scratch for another set. Race is on, and it looks like a heartache. Race is on. One day I ventured in love, never once suspected what the final results would be. How I lived in fear of waking up each morning and finding that you're gone with me. Sick and in pain in my heart, but today was the one that I hated to face. Somebody new came up the window, and I came out in second place. Now the race is on, and here comes pride at the backstretch. Heartache going to the inside. My teeth are full back. They're trying not to fall. Jody Jones there with the races on. Jody Jones. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. And well, I left my other beverage over there, but that's all right. We got a lovely beverage right here with a Galantini with a gigantic martini glass. Hope you're all enjoying a lovely beverage tonight. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. I don't think there's a man, woman, or child alive who doesn't enjoy a lovely beverage. I'm having a martini. Your results may vary. A martini because it's Martini Monday, baby. Yes, sir. And then I also spoke with my buddy Kendall from the Pharaoh's Car Club earlier. He asked for this one right here. Bill Haley in the comments. Shake, rattle, and roll. Bill Haley in the comments. Of course, the original was Big Joe Turner, who I'm a real big fan of. In fact, the song Catfish and Coffee, that's a Big Joe Turner tribute song. Speaking of which, I had a weird dream the other night. One of those oddball situations where you wake up and you go, hey, my dream sounded pretty cool, sounded pretty good. So, y'all all know the first song I ever wrote is Lately I'm Lonely. It's featured on two of the Martini Shakers albums. It was on Nothing But Blue, and then it was also on the last record we did, which is One for the Road. But, you know, it's typical rockabilly stuff. But I had this dream that I had changed it, and we redid it kind of in George Jones style. And I was like, well, sounded pretty good in my dream. We'll see how it sounds in reality. Well, lately, lonely, I'm missing you only, and I need you. Please come back to me. Well, darling, started a change since we parted, and I'll never be the same again. No more drinking or fighting. That's why I'm writing, so come back, dear, and forget about him. Promise I'm not the same old guy you knew before. I've been sitting right here waiting for you to come through the door. Lately, I'm lonely, I'm missing you only, and I need you. Please come back to me. When you walked away from me, I laughed and said goodbye. I told you I didn't love you, darling, that's a lie. Lately, I'm lonely, I'm missing you only, and I need you. Please come back to me. I need you. Please come back to me. I don't know. Some work to be done on that one, I reckon. I am going to get my other beverage since we're at a lull. I don't know if anybody's watching or not. So I'll get my other beverage. Never let an opportunity to get a lovely beverage pass you by. I've been working on some other stuff this weekend. Just kind of sort of remembering some stuff that I used to do and don't do anymore. Again, I can see your comments, so if anybody wants to hear something, there's your chance, pals. Like I said, I already had 2 requests, one from Mr. Kendall and one from Jody Jones. Oh, yeah. I'm shot in the top of my head there. Hope y'all enjoyed that. yeah. Give yourself to me. Give yourself to me. Little Echo and the Bunnymen. Let me know what y'all think about that one right there. I have heard other rockabilly bands do it kind of jazzed up like that, but I ain't never done it. I ain't never done it that way. So y'all let me know what you think of it. Time for a sip. Sip time for Jordan. Ah, delicious. Delicious beverage. It's hot, y'all. I went from having to wear sweaters and whatnot out here and complaining about the cold, and now it's brutality. So I'm gonna have to crank up the air conditioner pretty soon, and then we'll have to think about noise reduction and whatnot. This one's for the Johnny Cash fans out there. This is one of my favorites by him. How high's the water, mama? 2 feet high and rising. How high's the water, papa? 2 feet high and rising. We can make it to the road in a homemade boat, 'cause that's the only thing we got left that'll float. Already over all the wheat and oats. 2 feet high and rising. How high's the water, mama? 3 feet high and rising. How high's the water, papa? She said it's 3 feet high and rising. Oh well, my highs are gone, I lost my bees. Chickens are sleeping in the willow trees. Cows in water up past my knees. 3 feet high and rising. How high's the water, mama? 4 feet high and rising. How high's the water, papa? She said it's 4 feet high and rising. Hey, come look through the window pane. Bus is coming, gonna take us to the train. Looks like we're gonna be blessed with more rain. 4 feet high and rising. How high's the water, mama? 5 feet high and rising. How high's the water, papa? She said it's 5 feet high and rising. Where the rails are washed out north of town, we gotta head for higher ground. Can't come back until the water goes down. 5 feet high and rising. Well, it's 5 feet high and rising. Oh, Johnny Cash there with that 5 feet high and rising. Good tune. Y'all ain't commenting. Ain't nobody watching tonight? Where y'all at? Two old Carl Perkins tunes. But I see you will when you want. Tell me that you will when you don't. Let me know how you feel. Tell the truth now, is love real? Honey don't, honey don't, honey don't, honey don't, honey don't. Take it really when you want, honey don't. I love you, baby, and you only know. I like the way that you wear your clothes. Everything about you is a dead sweet. Got that sand all over your feet. Honey don't, honey don't, honey don't, honey don't, honey don't. Take you really when you want, honey don't. Let's rock it, chill, let's get it now. Honey don't, honey don't, honey don't, honey don't. Take the winter when you want, honey don't. Sometimes I love you on a Monday night. Tuesday morning it don't look right. I'm painting the town. Mama been slipping around. Honey don't. Honey don't, honey don't, honey don't. Perkins, the king of rockabilly himself. The baddest there he is. The baddest there he is, Mr. Carl Perkins. Whew, it's hot out here. I should have brought a fan. Or several hundred fans, which is what I hope you all are. Let's do, this is a song, there's a version of this up on YouTube that I was doing with Junior. He was playing the cajon with me, you know, little tappy tap thing that people, the normal ones you sit on, this one's put it on your lap, but this is a Depeche Mode song. I'm taking a ride with my best friend. I hope he never lets me down again. He knows where he's taking me where I wanna be. I'm taking a ride with my best friend. We're flying high, we're watching the world pass us by. Never wanna come down, never wanna put my feet back down on the ground. I'm taking a ride with my best friend. I hope he never lets me down again. Promise me I'm as safe as houses as long as I remember who's wearing the trousers. I hope he never lets me down again. We're flying high, we're watching the world pass us by. Never wanna come down, never wanna put my feet back down on the ground. We're flying high, we're watching the world pass us by. Never wanna come down, never wanna put my feet back down on the ground. Never let me down, never let me down, never let me down, never let me down. See the stars shining bright, everything's alright tonight. See the stars shining bright, everything's alright tonight. Never let me down, never let me down. Little Depeche Mode there, little tiny baby, miniature Depeche Mode. You'll Never Let Me Down Again. One of the best songs off of Music for the Masses albums. That album came out in '87, and man, I had already been a fan. I was a fan from, first time I saw them was probably around 1981, or maybe 82. They were, a buddy of mine his family had cable, so I went over there and watched MTV, and there were these three guys with pianos and a singer. I was like, well, where's the drums? Where's the guitars? What's going on here? This is weird. And I loved it. It was when I'm with you, baby, I can find my head, and I just can't get enough. I'm just can't get enough. All the things you do to me and everything you said, and I just can't get enough, and I just can't get enough. The simple signs we fall in love, and I just can't seem to get enough. We walk together, we're walking down the street, and I just can't get enough, and I just can't get enough. Every time I'm thinking of you, I know we have to meet, and I just can't get enough, and I just can't get enough. You give your love, you give your stuff, and I just can't seem to get enough. Just can't get enough Depeche Mode there. That'd be a good one to learn. I'll work that one up. Yeah, that was the first Depeche Mode song I ever heard, and I was so intrigued because there was no instruments. It was just pianos. What's going on with that? I didn't know what electronic music was. In my defense, I was 8. What a weird time the 80s were for music. So much new stuff that was coming out, so much different stuff than anything that had been out before. And of course, as a grown-up, I can go back and listen to like Kraftwerk and Bowie and recognize what an influence those guys were on the 80s. But man, it just seemed like the 80s music was just out of left field, out of nowhere. Let's do, I did something last night. I actually do, I did a little preparation before tonight as opposed to just wandering like I normally. Let's see. Stray Cats. You got one in mind you want, Jody Jones? A specific Stray Cats tune? Any Stray Cats at all? Alright, a little Stray Cats start while I'm thinking of the other song I want to do. Like you know, Stray Cats sit on the bench, hang down up to the building. I'm fighting broke like I don't care because it's stuck right by with my tail in the air. Stray Cats, but I'm a ladies' cat. Feel like there's no man that's at. Should run at the bum of me, the man. I get my team from a garbage can. Red line by the chasing the mice around. So down the alleyway looking for the man. Howling to the moonlight on a hot summer night. Singing the blues and my lady can't cry. Oh, why can't you real wrong guy? Wish I could be as carefree and wild, but you got that class and you got cat style. When I don't bother chasing the lights around. So down the alleyway looking for a fight. Highway to the moonlight on a hot summer night. Singing the blues while my lady can't hide. Why I say you can't, you're a real gone guy. Wish I could be as careful and wild, but you got class and you got cat style. Little Stray Cat struck for Jody Jones there. Yeah, that's another album. I was 82. That was the first record I bought with my own money, and I remember seeing that video on MTV, and I thought, this was recorded in the 50s, and they're got a resurgence, a comeback. This band. But that was new too. I mean, Stray Cats, the Rockabilly Revival thing had gone on in England before it went on here. So you had bands like the Polecats and those guys over there. But, you know, that was my first introduction to young people who were doing, you know, Elvis music and Buddy Holly music. It was like, wow. That was my introduction to Rockabilly. And that's why I have the Stray Cats tattoo. Because that was the most important thing I heard as an 8-year-old kid. I went to TGNY in Forestdale and bought my Stray Cats Built for Speed album. Still got it. I've lugged it around for years. Still in great shape. Great album. Every song on that album's good. Let's just doodle. Let's just play around. I can get to sleep, think about the implications, diving too deep, possibly the complications, especially at night, worry over situations, I know we'll be alright, half is just an imagination. Day after day it repeats, night after night my heartbeat shows the beat, goes to feel and fade away, alone between the sheets, only brings exasperation. Time to hit the streets, spill the desperation. At least there's pretty light, though there's little variation. Another flies at night from overkill. And every day repeats. Night after night, my heartbeat shows the beat, goes to feel and fade away. I can't get to sleep, think about the implication, diving into the deep. I'm gonna learn this song one day. Day after day repeats, night after night my heartbeat shows the feeling, goes to feel and fade away, goes to feel and fade away, goes to feel and fade away. That's another one I used to know how to play. I have to learn that one again. That's a good tune. That's another album that was a big deal. Is Men at Work, Cargo. What a great record. It's got I come from a London, London. Look at me with a brand new Hyundai. But Overkill, it's got so many great records. There are so many great singles that came off that one. Who Can It Be Now? Like I said, the request line is open if there's something you want to hear. I'll do my bestest. Those garlic stuffed olives from Aldi are so good. You ain't had none. You're doing yourself a disservice. Unfortunately, Instagram, I can't see you guys, but I can see Facebook over here. So, Instagram people, you just have to email me later. Maybe I'll do a separate video if it's a good request. Some Go-Go's. I'll never say no to Go-Go's.
Talking about us, telling lies where that's no surprise. Can you see them? See right through them. They have no shield, no secrets to reveal. Doesn't matter what they say. In the jealous games people play, I'll have to seal. There's a pep on the needles choose. Silence when you look at them, look right through them. That's when they'll disappear, that's when we'll be free. Doesn't matter what they say. The jealous games people play, I'll have to see them. Blind to what they say. Doesn't matter anyway. I'll have to see you. Hush, my darling, don't you cry. Quiet angel, forget their light. Can you hear them? They're talking about us. Just lines with the lights, no surprise. Can you see them? See right through them. They have no shield, no things to reveal. Doesn't matter what they say. Jealous games people play. I'll have to see you. I'll have to see you. I'll have to see you.
Broke an A string. That's a tough one to break. These strings are about 15 years old, so it's not that hard. Little Go-Go's. Love me some Go-Go's. It's another band. They had 3 albums that were all just magnificent. Every album was so good. And I know that the band was in turmoil and it wasn't a good time for any of them, but for me as a young man, thank you for helping me to go through puberty, Go-Go's. Alright, broke a string on that one, so it's out of commission. We're going to set her up here. But that don't mean I ain't got other guitars, so y'all holler if something you want. If it's an acoustic tune, I'll break out another acoustic guitar. One thing, George, they got a lot of is guitars. Too many. You shut your dirty mouth, Billy. On sale. It's much too long. Too many rooms. Big old empty arms. Far more space than the owner needs. Rice and blue. I worked this out.
Listen close and you might, close and you might hear the sound.
That's it.
What you think is the rainfall in your town? Roof is fine, sit aside your feet. It's just a few names here. On for sale, not too long. Too many rooms, big old empty yard. Far more space than the owner needs. Rice includes all the memories. On for sale, it's much too long.
Yeah, there's other verses to that one, but I can't remember. Alcohol might have been involved. That's a pretty one by old D.Y. Yoakum there. I'll remember how to play all these song guns eventually. Let's break out a different guitar because this one's too electric. It's electric. Now, Billy, if you had tuned in last week, you would have heard Slim Whitman. Ooh. That's out of tune. Let's just grab a proper acoustic. What y'all think about that? Let's see, killing time. Well, hell, Billy.
I remember you. You're the one who made my dreams come true a few kisses ago. I remember you. You're the one who said I love you too. Didn't you know? I remember too, just a bit. Stars that fell like the rain. I believe when my life is through, and the angels ask me to call from them all, then I will tell them I remember you. I remember you. You're the one who made my dreams come true a few kisses ago. I remember too a distant bell and stars that fell like the rain. I believe when my life is through, and the angels ask me to go through them all, then I will tell them I remember, tell them I remember, tell them I remember you.
Slim Whitman outsold Elvis and the Beatles in England. You wanted some Morrissey, all right.
Last Last night I dreamt that somebody loved me. Now home, I will harm, just another false alarm. Last night I felt your arms around me. No hoping I will harm, just another false alarm. So tell me how long before the last one. And tell me how long before the right one. The story is old, I know, but it goes on. The story is old, I know, but it goes on. Goes on and on. Goes on and on.
Little bit of the Smiths there, Morrissey for Billy Long. Yeah, that's such a sad song, but that's the start to side 2 of Strange Ways Here We Come. It's weird to me too that the way albums used to be laid out was you had side 1, which if it was a good band and they knew what they were doing, they were telling a story on side 1. And then if you had the album, then you had to get up and flip it over, or you had the cassette, you had to flip it over, unless, again, you had you were rich and you had one of the rich people's systems that would flip it for you. But so, like, side 2 came in with that one, and it was just like, wow, it was just mind-blowing. How good albums were like that. They would just take you on a ride from start to finish. All right, I'll request all the time. Y'all tell me. Let's do this one. This was on our first record.
Brothers and sisters, you should bear us in line. Jump for joy just like a child. Because big fat mamas are back in style. Sisters and brothers, come on, turn that dial. Hear that crowd, they're going wild. Because the big fat mamas are back in style. Big fat mama, boy, you can't go wrong. Yes, big fat mama, through your home sweet home. Mamas don't need waistline, so don't try to get streamlined. Keep that fat right baby and sand. You don't, well, that's life, then that is that. Little big fat mama, boy, you can't go wrong. Yes, big fat mama, through your home sweet home. Mamas don't need waistline, so don't try to get streamlined. Keep that fat right baby and sand. That's life and that is that.
That's good news. Send your hate mail to the estate of Louis Jordan, because I didn't write that song. That's a Louis Jordan tune right there. Don't send no mail my way. I'm just a messenger. I think about maybe next week bringing the old keyboard. I got my Juno over here. I'm maybe setting it up here and doing some tunes on the old Pioneer for you. Maybe next week. Since we're on this 80s train, this 80s nostalgia. I don't know about y'all, but I've been feeling a lot of 80s nostalgia lately. Like I just want 80s movies and 80s feelings. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe alcohol is involved. Let's do a couple more and then we're going to wrap this thing up on the Martini Monday. Remember, every Monday at 6 p.m., both on Facebook and Instagram, I'll be here. Let's see here. Bobblehead Elvis will be here. Bobblehead baby, Elvis baby. I just like to say, man, tune into Martini Mondays. Joy's going to be here singing the hits, Tell him, Elvis. Bobblehead Elvis. A lot of people don't realize that Elvis didn't die, but he's 8 inches tall now and has a spring on his neck. So, Red Dawn was a fantastic film. The Swayze version was great. The Hemsworth version was good. The redo was really good. I like both versions of that movie. Predictive programming. They tell us what they're going to do ahead of time. So, get ready for the North Koreans. 80s movies. And I see Billy's got it. He's feeling the nostalgia. Me too. All right, let's do an Elvis song to end things up tonight. I'll let y'all pick it. Something good, I guess. Either Elvis or Johnny Cash, y'all decide. Give me one on there. Again, remember to tune in 6 p.m. every Monday night, unless I'm playing somewhere, which, how often are you playing on a Monday night? Sometimes I get those Margarita Grill nights. And I'll let y'all know way ahead of time so y'all can maybe caravan out there and watch your old boy play out there. But trying to think of an Elvis song that I don't normally do. I have the wife's song. So I know it's time to wrap up now. She comes home. Oh, Lord, my God, when I'm lost and wander, consider all the worlds that hands have made. I see stars, I hear rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe display. Then sing my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sing my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Little Elvis gospel there. Kentucky rain, keep falling down. Head up ahead, another town that I go walking through, the rain in my shoes. I remember that. I remember that being on the radio when Elvis was, I was a baby, but I remember hearing that coming through the AM speakers of my grandmother's Dodge Dart. I never really cared for that 70s Elvis stuff, but man, you can't deny that was a big influential tune. Let's do one more Johnny Cash tune. Actually, if I'm going to do a Johnny Cash tune, I'm going to do a... Ain't got no stand. I'm going to sit on the ground. We're going to do a Johnny Cash tune. Let's do it electric.
Everybody knows where you go when the sun goes down. Think you only live to see the lights of town. I wasted my time and I would try. You know what, Billy, you're right. Just around the corner there's heartaches. Down the street that loses you. If you can wade in through the teardrops, you'll find me at the home of blues. I walk and cry while my heart beats each time with the drag of my shoes. Come along with me, misery loves company. You're welcome at the home of blues. Oh, but the place is filled with the sweetest memories. Memories so sweet that I cry. Dreams that I had left me feeling so bad. I just want to give up and lay down and die. So if you just lost your sweetheart and it seems there's no good way to choose, come along with me, memory loves company. You're welcome at the home of blues. Just around the corner there's heartache. Down the street that loses you. If you can wade in through the teardrops, you'll find me at the home of blues. Yeah, you're gonna find me at the home of blues.
Little Johnny Cash by request there. Mom, it's okay if you're late because you can find all of these Martini Mondays as soon as the show's over. I pretty much go on YouTube and upload them there. You can also watch them here on Facebook, ad infinitum, I never delete them, and over on Instagram. So I guess that's about it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in next week, 6 p.m., same bat time, same bat channel, and we're going to do this again. And like I said, if you got something specific you want to hear between now and then, send me an email soon. That gives me time to kind of work on it a little bit. And you do get in your own head when you're doing these, and especially like I'm here by myself in my garage. So you do get in your own head, and so you forget about 10,000 songs you want to do. So let me know what you want to hear. If you want more 80s, if you want more blues, if you want more rockabilly, whatever. I'll do my bestest. But y'all tune in. Tell a friend, tell 2 friends, tell 10 friends, and they tell 10 friends, and so on and so on and so on. But we will let me know too what y'all think about the reworked Lately I'm Lonely, because I might redo that one George Jones style. But yeah, y'all get with me between now and next week, and if I don't see you in the future, I'll see you in the pasture. This coming Saturday, I'll be solo at Margarita Grill in Pelham there. So load up the wagon and bring the family out, and we'll have some nachos and margaritas and sing some good songs. But if I don't see y'all in the future, I'll see you in the pasture. Come back next week, 6 p.m. right here on this channel, and we'll see y'all later on. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.